BWTM online, www.bwtmonline.com. Check us out. Our online TV station is up and running. I repeat, www.bwtmonline.com. Check us out. BWTM Sports in association with Round for Round Boxing, www.roundforroundboxing.com. Round for Round Boxing will be available on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Check us out. www.roundforroundboxing.com. So here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this wonderful world today. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Okay, this is going to be a short live reaction to Joshua versus Povetkin, the final press conference. You know, we get the usual introductions from the promoter and then the manager, the trainer, the two fighters talk, say what they've got to say. I've got to say, and I hope I'm clutching at straws, and I really do hope that uh, that I'm completely wrong about what I'm saying here. From what I saw today, Anthony Joshua looked extremely tired. He looked like a guy. I mean, they mentioned it in the press conference that he was tired. Don't know why, but they mentioned he was tired. And I guess at the level, I really do admire Anthony Joshua the way he's handling this pressure at the moment because there's so much heat on him. Not just he doesn't have to go out and fight; he has to go out and fight spectacularly. He's had all the stuff with him, with the whole Deontay Wilder fallout. You know, whether it's directly his fault, his promoter's fault, it's 50-50. I don't know. I don't particularly care. But the fact of the matter is, it's a lot that he's had to deal with as a professional fighter. You know, and then he's got the promoter hat on as well. He's doing a lot of things, Anthony Joshua. And he's pulled here, he's pulled there, he's pulled everywhere. So Anthony Joshua is the flagship for the zone. He's the flagship for Matchroom Boxing. He's their pay-per-view star. He is the Canelo of America. That's basically what he is. And so, you know, he's he's not, I won't call him quite yet the global superstar, but by beating Povetkin, that's another step towards that global superstardom. You know, his next step needs to be getting to American fighting. But that's not what this is all about. For me, a press conference, you can look at things, you can think, well, you know, it doesn't mean much. It doesn't mean much here in a press conference. But this is a huge fight. Make no bones about it, this is a huge fight. Povetkin's been there countless of times, an experienced veteran who knows his way around the ring and certainly knows how to find the power to knock people out and win fights. There's only one loss on his record. Anthony Joshua, in comparison, is a pup in terms of experience and know-how. He is relatively novice in comparison to the experience that Povetkin brings to the ring. He is a guy learning his trade on the road as a unified champion. That being said, well, that's what Povetkin will be looking at. That's exactly what Klitschko was looking at. But Klitschko should have taken a warm-up fight beforehand. Povetkin comes into this fight with a warm-up fight against a guy similar dimensions to Joshua with big punching power and long arms. After everyone says what they've got to say, the one thing I always feel uncomfortable about, and particularly this fight as well, is I'm not seeing Anthony Joshua being that dominant heavyweight where he's looking across to Povetkin, where he looked across to Joseph Parker in the past, or he stepped to Dominic Brazil, the way he stepped to Brazil and said, you know, Eddie, hold my belts. That sort of aggressive Joshua. I didn't see any of that. I'm seeing a very mild-mannered Joshua. I'm hoping that between now, this press conference now, and that, you know, almost very mild-mannered Anthony Joshua, that he will turn into some raving animal at the final weigh-in and a stare down. Because today, to me, that looked like a man like that had doubts. That looked like to me like a man that knew what time it was, and that the gimme fights were out the window. Like the way he looked at Parker. If you go and look at the way he looked at Parker, he was like, and Parker's only an inch or two shorter than Joshua. And the way he looked at the way he gave Parker that look at that final press conference, the way he looked at Parker as if to say, "Don't even try it." The way he looked at Dominic Brazil, "Don't even try it." The way he was towering over Molina, "Don't even bother." But with this fight now, with Povetkin, the way he looked at Povetkin, it looked like his soul had been taken. He looked like a guy who had demons, and they were just coming up to manifest. I really hope and I pray this isn't the case, but he did not fill me with the sort of confidence. Povetkin looks the same all the time in all his press conferences. He looks just the same when he faces off against people. He looks just the same. Povetkin looked ready for business, but Joshua, to me, whether he was tired and he wasn't all there, he's not been well in camp, I don't know. He's lost a lot of weight. I don't know how that's going to affect him in the fight. A lot of people think, he's going to have speed. That's great. But that bulk, that extra bulk to take punches is going to be something. The other thing I'm concerned about with Joshua is if he needs to hold in this fight, and I'm sure he will need to hold against Povetkin, will he be able to have the strength to hold Povetkin off? That bulk might be something that he may need in this fight. I have got concerns. I really got concerns. I mean, I'm really tipping Povetkin to win the fight anyway. But, I have serious concerns. Really concerns. If you go back and just look at the two guys, look at one another, Joshua does not feel me like a guy that has, look, you're going to get it. I'm coming from Russia into your backyard to fight. I'm the almost global superstar. I'm the baddest man on the planet, right? Joshua's fans have got more confidence in Joshua blowing Povetkin away than Joshua has at the moment. Not by what he's saying. He doesn't carry himself like a man that thinks he's going to blow Povetkin away. He doesn't. I mean, he might go out Saturday night and do that. That's all possible. It's heavyweight boxing. You get caught. It can happen. So I'm not writing that out. I'm not trying to hedge my bets and say, well, Joshua could knock Povetkin out, but I'm backing. I'm saying it can happen. I'm not saying it's not the realms of possibilities, but based on Joshua's previous fights, there's nothing to suggest that he would have the balls. And I don't mean balls mean he's scared, but he's far more calculated in his boxing. And from what I see from the Parker fight, he'd be more calculated. There's nothing that suggests to me that he's going to want to engage with Povetkin early. It looks to me he's looked to train for speed and movement and keep away from Povetkin and use the jab and box. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. Round to round, box, box, box. And really lean on McCracken for his box to get him through this fight. The learning fights are over. He's got to get his shit together and make sure his shit's together for this fight against Povetkin. You don't learn against Povetkin. And what I mean, you don't learn. You got to make sure that novice stuff and all that, well, I've been on the road learning. You got to make sure you got it all together for this one fight. So, the other concern is that people are concerned about the fix. This is another thing. The referee, is Steve Gray going to allow infighting? And the judges. I'm not so worried about the judges so much. The judges I'm not so worried about because I don't think this is going to be a long fight. I don't think it's going to be one of the fights where the judges are going to be involved. However, the referee's key. If the referee jumps in every time Povetkin tries to get forward, it's going to be interesting. But the Russians have said they're happy with Steve Gray. So they're happy with Steve Gray. Whether Steve Gray is going to protect Joshua, meaning stop Povetkin from working, I don't know. But Povetkin can fight from distance. He can knock you out from distance, and he can knock you up from up close. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I've given my pre-fight prediction already and breakdown and reasons why I think that Povetkin wins the fight. I think Joshua is pretty predictable. I don't think Joshua does anything different. I think Joshua comes forward in straight lines, pulls out in straight lines, and jumps back. These are things that Povetkin can't capitalize on. Yep, I know Povetkin makes his own mistakes as well, and he is vulnerable to a left hook. But Joshua's not known for me as being a left hooker. He's more of a right-hand puncher. Well, he's been so far in his career. Jab, jab, right hand. Jab, jab, right hand. Step back. Jab, jab, right hand. Reset. That's how I see Joshua. Pretty predictable. The ref helping AJ. Of course, the ref. If you know boxing, lowland profits, and I'm sure you do, of course the referee can help AJ. Go back and look at the Parker fight. If a fighter's style is to get on the inside and do work, and the referee, every time a fighter tries to get inside, the referee breaks them apart. That's how the referee can help AJ. AJ's not a great inside fighter. So what you do as a referee is every time a fighter gets close to get inside, the referee breaks it up. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not a time to kid, mate. Not really. Not when, if it's a conversation we're having, I can see you. It's great we can kid, but you know, this ain't the time to be kidding. This is dead serious, and people will read that and think that you're serious. But yeah, seriously, the referee could jump in here anytime. There's two things the referee can do in this fight. Two things to help Joshua. And listen, he's a home fighter, and I think that if you're a home fighter, you get everything that's in your favor. You know, because let me tell you something. The hometown ref, if you've got a hometown ref, he can do lots of things. He can stop the guy from getting in close. As soon as Povetkin gets rocked, they can just jump in and stop the fight. The other thing is, we know, just remember, Stavern and Povetkin had weighed in, and then the day of the fight, Povetkin got caught with Nandron. Remember that? So until Povetkin's making that ring walk, this fight could still be cancelled. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Povetkin's clean. And if anybody wants to talk about Povetkin, and I was one of the guys who talks about Povetkin, just remember, there was Canelo, and Canelo was on the old PEDs. I thought Canelo fought better without the PEDs against Golovkin in the rematch, and he backed up the bigger man. So if that's anything to go by, the theories about PEDs should be, you know. But anyway, just to say that, to close this off, to say, if Joshua does not come across to a man like a man for me, who's world heavyweight champion, who's unified champion, that looks across to Povetkin and says, "You're in my backyard, you're going to get it." I didn't get any of that. Now, if it was Deontay Wilder would look across. He'd look to Povetkin and say, I promise you, I was going to knock you out. Bomb squad! You know, Deontay Wilder will be telling you straight what he's going to do to you. He's telling you he's going to knock you out straight. Tyson Fury will tell you, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to take you to the cleaners. I'm going to box you. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to knock you out. I'm hearing none of that from Joshua. None of that whatsoever. But yet I saw it when he fought Dominic Brazil. Don't tell me about Joshua. Don't bring it with all that stuff, because he does. I've seen him do it with Parker. I've seen him switch up on Parker, and I've seen him switch up on Brazil. So I didn't see any of that. And the other thing is, he doesn't look the same imposing figure. So Mick says not everyone's a loudmouth though. But Mick, mate, it's not about that. But let me tell you something. You name me a world heavyweight champion. Well, okay, Tyson did it. Rick Bowe did it. Holyfield turned to Tyson and said, "We're ready." He turned to Tyson and said, "You want it? We're ready." Holyfield was ready. Lennox Lewis even had a bit of trash talk as well. You know, he turned to Rick Bowe. Remember, he said, "I'm going to knock you out." And Rick Bowe, "Do it then. Do it then. You ain't doing shit. I never come off my feet. You need help from a ref. Knock me out. Knock me out, you bum." So you had that. You had all that. He's only talking down to fighters he doesn't respect. And that's my point there. That's my point right there. He respects Povetkin. But Joshua fans have more confidence in their man than I think Joshua has in himself. I'm telling you that now. He does not fill me with a guy with the greatest of confidence. I hope at the weigh-in. I pray at the weigh-in. I hope at the weigh-in it makes a difference. You don't like shit talkers. Okay, well, good luck to you, mate. But shit talking is one of the ways Mike Tyson used to intimidate guys before fights. That is one of the keys of being world heavyweight champion. And that's why the division has been so boring for so long, because Klitschko never trash talked. The most exciting fight Klitschko was in was when David Haye was in it, because David Haye was trash talking Klitschko. When Pulev fought Klitschko, Pulev was trash talking. You know, so the fear may bring out the best in Joshua or the worst. Let me tell you something. Joshua does not fight well when guys put pressure on him. He doesn't. He doesn't. Joshua's one of the guys who like to take center ring, and he looks great coming forward. He does not look great backing up. He does not look great under pressure. And I'm telling you now, Mike Tyson was knocked up 5 times. shit talking or not, man, bro, listen, Mike Tyson had you're talking about Mike Tyson post Buster Douglas, but the intimidation factor when Mike was walking to the ring, guys shit themselves, legendary fighters shit themselves before Mike was coming to the ring, i.e., Michael Spinks. Michael Spinks. He was terrified before Mike got to the ring. Shit talking does get you places because Tyson Fury shit talked Klitschko before he got in the ring. He beat Klitschko before he got in the ring. So fear can freeze you up. I remember my trainer telling me one thing: fear can make you stronger, faster, and more alert, or fear can paralyze you. What tall opponents of pedigree has Povetkin beaten? I'm not here to have a debate with you, son. That's not what this conversation is about. You know what? I'm not here to debate you. Like I said, this is about the final press conference of Joshua versus Povetkin. And from what I'm seeing, her is we'll see come Saturday night. But I hope, my point is, I hope that Joshua turns on Povetkin between now and fight time. I really do. Because if he doesn't, you got to ask yourself, Povetkin, when he looks at Joshua, what does he see? And when Joshua looks into Povetkin's eyes, what does he see? That's the thing. That's the thing right there. And at press conferences, and when you look into a fighter's guy, when you look into a guy's eyes and you know that guy ain't going nowhere, that guy's coming, he's real, and he's not going to be punked out. That's a totally different situation to looking at a guy that you know you can punk out, a guy you know you can disrespect, and I know you got a guy you can just push to one side. Povetkin, by far, is the best fighter on paper that Joshua would have fought in his whole career. Facts. Not a guy that's got he's been out of the ring for 2 years and already got beaten up and coming off a loss. This guy, Povetkin, his last fight was against a guy who's tall, long, and rangy. Povetkin's had perfect preparation to fight Joshua, right? So, well, anyway, so Povetkin, we're not talking about Povetkin shit talking. We're talking about dominant heavyweights. We're talking about, what I'm talking about is, it's not Povetkin's backyard either. Povetkin's coming into Joshua's backyard. I don't know how long you've been watching boxing, mate, but what I'm trying to say to you is this. In boxing, the history of boxing, you use every element you can to win yourself a fight. That's what happens at press conferences. You do. You use every inch of psychological warfare you can before you get in the ring. So, you know, if you want him to be a gentleman, then that's fine. But that's fine. You can be a gentleman, but you can still show that side to you and you be nasty. You can do it without all that stuff. So all I'm saying is this, that you can say what you want, but I like to see heavyweight champions of the world speak with a dominant side to them and say, you know what, you're coming to the UK, but you're going home with no belts. You're coming to the UK and I'm going to brock you up. I'm going to do serious damage to you. That's what I want to see from Anthony Joshua. You don't have to be disrespectful, but you can say what you're going to say and let it be known. I'm coming. I'm coming, and you ain't taking them belts back to Russia. I'm coming. You ain't taking them belts back to Russia. I am the #1 heavyweight in the world. You listen to Mike Tyson at press conferences. JMJ, thank you so much for the super chat. Well, we've donated $2 there. Why didn't you say something, bro? It won't be long, all before Joshua retires through injury or illness. I've said it first. He's a plant dope to subvert. He lost the Olympic final. LOL. So 7 Oceans. Okay. What if Joshua talks crap and gets KO'd? LOL. It looks stupid. It's not about. If he gets KO'd anyway, he's going to look stupid. Either way. But the bottom line is because of the fanboys, not because of real boxing people. There's a possibility that there's a high possibility if Povetkin can do it. There's a high possibility if Povetkin connects on that chin of Joshua, there's going to be problems. And you remember, he's lighter. So he's going to be lighter coming into this fight. He's not going to be as heavy. So it's going to be interesting to see and why Joshua is lighter. Is Joshua lighter because he's trained and lost the weight and he's going for speed? Or is he lighter because he's been tested for something? That's the question. Sorry about that, BWTM. That's all right, champ. But, I mean, if you're going to super chat and just put the $2 there, at least let me see what you're talking about. I can't see what you're saying, champ. But thank you anyway. I appreciate that. Yeah. So if you're gonna lose the weight, why are you losing the weight? You're losing the weight for speed. No, dope. Someone planted in society to subvert. Okay, I agree that Povetkin has a good chance of stopping Joshua. Yeah, he has. He has. He's a legit threat. A legit threat. And I would want everything in my power to throw Povetkin off my game. I'd take it to Povetkin personally. I would not take it in that way. Joshua's best weight is around 245, like the Brazil fight. If he's not fighting Brazil, he's not fighting Brazil. Brazil is walks slow in molasses. Brazil moves around the ring like he's got he's got ball chains stuck to his feet. Brazil doesn't move like Povetkin. Brazil doesn't hit like Povetkin. Brazil wasn't Olympic gold medalist. Brazil doesn't have one punch knockout power like Povetkin. Don't compare the two, guys. Don't compare the two. But anyway, I'm done. I'm done talking about it. Joshua moved well at that weight. Yeah, against who? Against who? Against who has he moved well? I don't know, mate. I don't know whether he's and there are some people out there is that the thing is the reason why Joshua is lower in weight and he doesn't look so big is because now he's been tested more vigorously. That is one of the people think that's one of the things people are saying. Do you think Joshua will be able to something Povetkin up in the inside? If not, he's in trouble. I don't. He's going to have to tie Povetkin up on the inside. I'd rather Joshua have been a little heavier and be able to tie Povetkin up and be strong on the inside. Because I've heard people have sparred Joshua saying physically, up close, in close, he's not strong, right? And Daniel Dubois physically on the inside is stronger than Anthony Joshua. Daniel Dubois is stronger on the inside than Anthony Joshua. That's a fact. I'm not telling you who said it. But this is a guy that's both sparred Joshua and Povetkin. And Joshua on the inside is not as strong as Daniel Dubois. They've sparred both guys. And I'm telling you, Daniel Dubois physically on the inside is stronger than Joshua. Fact. And I've heard that from two sources and two heavyweights that have sparred him regularly. You can take that for what you want. You can take it for what you want. So Povetkin sparring against Dubois for sparring and then fighting David Price. Russians have got this down to a T. An absolute T. Adrian, you must be a jolly come lately, because if you go back and look at my video, I said if Joshua beats Alexander Povetkin, he is numero uno in the heavyweight division. This is Anthony Joshua's coming out party. He is numero uno, because with all due respect to Deontay Wilder, the Ortiz fight, I told everyone he was going to smash Ortiz, and I also said Ortiz is very, for me, he's an overrated fighter because he did nothing in the amateurs. Whereas you look at Povetkin, he's got a good amateur background, Olympic gold, world champion, one loss in his record, knockout power in both hands, a far better fighter than Luis Ortiz. Bet you his glove tape comes loose at least once. Yeah, well, listen, his glove tape might come loose when he's on the canvas. That's the sort of power Povetkin's got. So don't blink. Don't blink. Don't blink. So this ain't a case of giving credit. And the other thing is, I'm one of the very few channels who's got a history of over 10 years, almost 10 years on YouTube, that comes back, and when I get it right, I'm back on YouTube. When I get it wrong, I'm back on YouTube. I'm going to ask you a question, Adrian. When are you going to start giving me damn credit for giving credit to fighters? When? Or are you just a troll? Let me ask you a question. Are you a troll? Let me ask you a question, Adrian. How do you see this fight going? Because I'm just now weeding out trolls on my channel. Honestly, just weeding out the trolls on my channel. It's just, so that the future people that come on this channel and work and do stuff on BWTM don't have to deal with the trolls. Are you talking about Price's fight in this video, Ingram? No, I won't be. I won't be. If you go look at There's a video I've already put out about Price versus Kuzman. I've already done the prediction for this fight. If you go into the bad management of David Price, when management goes wrong, check out that video. That I will add that, attach that at the end of this video. I'm in here most streams, and what have I trolled in any way? Yeah, what have you trolled? Well, you should know better. If you've been in most videos, then you know A, I've already given Anthony Joshua credit. So why are you asking me the stupid question as to when will I give Anthony Joshua credit? And B, if you know me and you've watched the channel for over a period of time, you know that if I get it right or I get it wrong, I show my face. If I don't show my face, I do a video in correction, say, you know what, that guy did better in the fight, and I don't make excuses. So you should know better. So don't even try it. But I think the fight is going to be close, and I credit Joshua for taking on the Povetkin fight. But as I said, my money's on Povetkin. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. Again, this is BWTM Sports, and I'm out. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments as always. Povetkin will not win on purpose, sadly, just like Klitschko. Ingram, you're easy number one and most objective. Ingram, who's the winner of this fight next, assuming Wilder Fury winner is not available in April? Well, that's assuming if Joshua beats Povetkin, because if Joshua don't beat Povetkin, then we've got a problem right there. I think if Joshua wins, then you're gonna see a Dillian White fight. That's what you'll see next. You'll see Joshua fight again against Dillian White. That's what I think. I don't know how they could possibly sell Jarrell Miller for Anthony Joshua fighting bloody Thomas Adamek. Disgusting. Or Hughie Fury. Because if Hughie Fury can get past Pulev, then I think you'll see Hughie Fury trying to push his way into that position. Right. I'm getting the hell out of here. Thank you as always. I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you. Don't forget, check out our channel, bwtmonline.com. www.bwtmonline.com. Check it out.